Hi, this is Rosetta Thurman from happyblackwoman.com, broadcasting live from Maui, the island of Maui in Hawaii. It is about 4 o'clock here, I guess, in the afternoon. So on the East Coast, it's probably evening time now. And I just want to see who is watching and where are you watching from. Go ahead and type a comment in and let me know where you're watching in from. This is my second live stream, and it was so cool to be connecting with you all. Was it last week? And I got a great signal on the beach today, so I thought I would do another live stream. And I want to see if I can actually show you my view. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, this is cool. I didn't know you can do this. So anyway, this is where I am. I am on the island of Maui. Right now I'm in Lahaina. And okay, great. It looks like you guys can hear me. I am on the island of Maui. I'm in a beach park in Lahaina. Lahaina is a city in Maui. And the water is beautiful. People are having a party out here. They're celebrating the long weekend. There's like a DJ out here playing Hawaiian reggae music. And it's just a really beautiful place for me to regroup and get relaxed. We're calling this, me and my boyfriend are here for the weekend, and we're calling this like the no laptop weekend. So I don't have my laptop, but I have my phone. So I'm doing a live stream. And today I wanted to speak on the topic of how to manifest your dream life. So maybe I'll just go back and forth between my view and my face. But anyway, let me see if I can turn this back. Okay, so yes, I got my selfie stick video here, and I wanted to talk on the topic of how to manifest your dream life. I wanted to speak on this topic because I've been manifesting some amazing things in the past few years in my life, and I wanted to share with you the number one way that I started to do that and how you can do it too. Because a lot of times we don't believe that we can have the life that we want because we don't actually know what that would look like. And so I want to share with you a strategy, a tool, a technique that you can use to manifest your dream life. First of all, I want to share with you what manifestation really is. What does it mean to manifest something? Manifest means to make something real, to take it from your mind or from a concept and actually make it real. So to manifest something is to be able to see it, to bring it to fruition, to bring it to pass, to make it into your reality. So when you manifest something, you're really changing your reality. And and the first way that you need to do that is to know what it is that you want to manifest. What is the life that you want to manifest? What's the life that you want to create? And what we have to remember is that we are creative beings. We are creative beings. We were given the spirit of creativity to be able to solve problems and also manifest beautiful things in our lives and with each other. So what you have to know is, what do you want your life to look like? What does your dream life look like? What does your ideal life look like? And one of the best exercises that we do in our Happy Black Woman events and in our tribe is called your ideal life narrative. Your ideal life narrative. And for those of you who've done one before, you can type into the comments and tell people your results and, pieces of what you have written down. But basically, your ideal life narrative is a story about the life that you want. And there are a couple of things you have to keep in mind when you're writing an ideal life narrative. It ends up being like a paragraph or a few paragraphs. Some people write a whole page about what they want their life to look like. And for me, for my ideal life narrative, it's been really important for me to write the narrative, the story, in present tense. So, for instance, the reason I live in Hawaii, I live in Honolulu, I live on the island of Oahu, and I'm just visiting Maui right now. And the way that I got here was I wrote it in my ideal life narrative. I wrote down, I am living in beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii. And that's where I live. But it all started a few years ago by writing it down when it was not yet true. I wrote it into reality. And the first part of manifesting your ideal life is to write it down so that it can become a reality. When you don't know what you want, you can't get it because you don't know what it is that you're wanting. You don't know what it is that you want to manifest. So Write down exactly what you want. So write down where you want to live, but write it in the present tense. I am. All the things that you want to have, write down I have. And the question you want to be asking yourself is, what do you want your life to look like? Not what do you think that your life can look like, or what do you think it's possible or realistic for your life to look like, but what do you want your life to look like? What do you want your life to look like? And so when you answer that question, instead of saying, I want to live in beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii, you would write down, I am living in beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii, as if it is already happening. This is how you manifest. This is how you start to live into your vision. This is how you start to live into that vision. And so you start thinking differently. You start acting differently. You start attracting opportunities and information about the things that you want. So you have to write it in present tense. I am living in Honolulu, Hawaii. I am running my own business. I am, if you want to be in a relationship, one of the things that really, really supported me in the relationship I'm in now is writing down what kind of man I wanted in my life. And I literally wrote down, I am in a relationship with a fun, romantic, adventurous, supportive man. And that's exactly the man that I attracted into my life. And it also helps that I didn't accept anyone else. Anybody who didn't fit that description, didn't get past, they didn't get my phone number. But the key is that you're very specific. So the first thing is to write your ideal life narrative in the present tense. The second thing is to be very specific about what it is that you want. So you write down exactly where you want to live. So don't write down, I want to live in a big house near the ocean. Write down exactly what city you want to live in near the ocean. And if you don't know yet, do some research, look at some pictures on the internet, and actually, write down where that place is that you want to be. And just be very, very specific in what it is that you want, because when you are, you're more likely to, one, be able to attract it, and two, be able to recognize the opportunities when they come into your life, when you know what you want. So number one, write it in present tense. Number two, be very specific. And number three, you have to read your ideal life narrative often. What I always recommend is that you write up your ideal life narrative, where you want to live, how you want your lifestyle to be, what you want to do for your work, for your career, for your business, what kind of love relationships do you want to have, what kind of family and friend relationships you want to have, what kind of finances you want to have, what kind of health you want to have, every area of your life, what you want your spiritual relationships to be like, and really write that all up. Type it up. Write it in your notebook, whatever you want to do. And what I recommend is that you put it somewhere where you can read it often. If it's in your journal, you want to read that from your journal as often as possible to remind yourself of what it is that you're working towards, what it is that you are focused on. And that's how you stay focused and productive, because you are working towards your ideal life. You're working towards manifesting that and bringing it into reality. So you really have to be in a place where you can revisit it frequently, whether reading in your journal or typing it up and putting it next to your computer, typing it up and putting it next to your computer at work, at home, putting it on your mirror in the bathroom, putting it on the refrigerator in your kitchen, so you can be reminded of what it is that you are living into. And a couple of things to remember when you're writing this ideal life narrative, and I encourage some of you to do it tonight. I know most of my followers are like on the East Coast, so this evening is a great time before you go to bed to write down the answer to the question, what do I want my life to look like? What do you want your life to look like? And do that in your journal tonight before you go to bed. So, the thing to remember is that this is not pretend. You're not writing this as a make-believe, one day, someday kind of thing. This is reality. The thing about your ideal life, the thing about your dream life is that everything you want is already yours. Everything you want is already yours. You just have not experienced it yet. Everything you want is already yours. You're just not experiencing it at this moment. You're living into it. You're walking into it. And the more that you can visualize it, the more that you can commit to your vision by writing down your ideal life and reading it out loud to yourself of what it is that you're living into, the faster it can happen. It's amazing what can happen when you not only know what you want, but you believe that you will have what you want, and you believe that you're worth getting what you want. That's the last thing that I'll say is like, don't do this exercise just to do it and then close your notebook and never look at it again, but really believe that you deserve having a dream life, that you deserve experiencing everything that you want, and that you're worth everything that you write down on that paper. You're worth every penny that you want to earn at your job or in your business. You're worth the amazing relationship that you want to attract into your life. You're worth being able to travel the world and go to the places that you want to go, just because you want to go there, not because anybody else thinks that it's okay or that it's acceptable or that it's realistic. And I know I should have numbered all these things, but you can go back and watch the recording. But another thing to watch out for when you're doing your narrative is to really be careful about who you share it with, because everything that you're writing in your narrative, other people will say that it's not realistic, that it's not going to happen, or how are you going to have a $10 million a year business and you haven't even made $1 yet, and so you just want to keep it private, keep it to yourself, and only share it with people that you know are going to support you in walking into this vision, because it is real and it's up to you to make it real. So once you write it down, once you have it in a place where you can review it often, then you start to take the actions. You start to take the actions, and you start to take advantage of the opportunities that are going to get you what you want. Before you write down what you want, there are all these opportunities that are out there that you're not even aware of, because you don't know what you want. If you don't know what job you want, job opportunities can be passing you by every single day. But when you do know what you want, you start looking for them, and they start looking for you, and they start finding you, and you start getting calls out of the blue. You start meeting people out of the blue. You start running into perfect strangers in the grocery store and them telling you information that's going to help you get to your dream life. So thank you for all the comments. I love reading them. They're a little distracting, but I just wanted to share with you some of my best tips on manifesting your dream life. And the number one thing I can tell you is to write down your ideal life narrative and really believe and know that this is going to come to pass. And believe. So, gosh, those are my tips. I want to share with you guys my view, just so you can see where I am in Maui. This is part of my ideal life narrative, was to really be in a beautiful place that's warm and it never snows. It's like 85 degrees right now, and I am loving it. I'm gonna get a tan. I'm gonna get even darker than I am now. I'm chocolate now, but I'm gonna be dark chocolate by the end of this weekend, and I love it. So I've got a few more minutes here. If you want to ask me some questions about manifesting your dream life, I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. Ask me anything, but especially as it relates to creating your dream life. I'm so honored to have all of you here with me on my second live stream. Any questions I can answer for you about manifesting your dream life? Hello, everybody. Oh, I love seeing all your names cross the screen here. Do I live there? I live in Hawaii. I live on the island of Oahu, and I'm on the island of Maui right now. So it's like a 30 minutes plane ride from Oahu to Maui. So came here yesterday and have been exploring the island ever since. Someone asked, do I use vision boards? The answer is yes, I do use vision boards. I just made a new one last month. I love vision boards. It really helps me see what it is that I want. So I like to write. I'm a writer. That's my primary form of communication to others and to myself. But having a vision board puts it into picture form. And I like to have my vision board. It's up on top of my bookcase in my office right now. And it really does help remind me of what it is that I'm working towards and helping me believe that it's possible. Someone says, how do you get started and prepare to move financially? Well, for me, before I moved to Hawaii, I started, about 6 months before I moved here, and I already had my business. So my priority was to really make sure that I had all the financial plans for my business, that I was going to continue to bring in revenue and all of that, and turn my business completely location independent and online so I can make money while I was on the island. And that's what I did. And really having that intention helped me to be motivated to do that. And I moved to Hawaii in October 2013. Someone's asking, should we add meditation to the manifestation? If so, how often? Meditation is amazing. You should meditate as often as you can. There are a lot of ways to meditate. So the main 2 ways that I meditate is sitting in silence. So I have a meditation cushion in my office. If you guys want, I'll do a office tour and like show you all the stuff I have in my office. I have a lot of manifestation tools in there, and one of them that helps me kind of get centered and get clear is my meditation cushion. I sit there and at least for 5 minutes just be in silence and be with myself, and that really keeps me grounded and centered in what I need to do for my vision. But the other way that I've been using a lot lately is a walking meditation. So let me turn this back to me. In terms of meditation, a walking meditation, and that is where, I live in a place that has a lot of trees and grass and all of that. So walking in the mornings has really opened me up and helped me get clarity and get centered in my vision, and remembering that all things are possible. So what I love about walking meditation, for those of you who may struggle with not believing in your vision, not believing in the narrative that you write down for yourself, get out in the morning before anybody gets up, as the sun is coming up or right as the sun has come up, and just walk around, see your environment, notice your environment. And when I walk, I notice the trees, I notice the flowers, I notice we live by a lake, I notice the lake, and all these things that were created by someone who's bigger than me, a power that's greater than me. And to be reminded of that really makes me realize that all the little stuff that gets in the way is not that important. It's not important at all, actually. The bigger thing to be concerned with is your vision and your purpose here on earth. And so walking meditations have really been opening me up and reminding me that the same creator who created me is supporting me and creating my vision that I want for my life. And so it's just been really beautiful these past mornings, getting out there and experiencing all that creation has to show us. So yeah, sitting meditations are great, but also you can do walking meditations too. Quiet, when few people are out there, and just be by yourself and walk and just notice your surroundings. Be quiet. Don't look at your phone. Don't even bring your phone. Just your house keys, and be in nature. So great questions. Lisa is asking, hey Lisa, how long did it take for you to start your business? What is a reasonable timeline? I started my business in 2008. I launched it, and within 2 years I quit my job and took my business full time. And I always tell people to give yourself at least 2 years, 2 to 5 years. When you look at it, is what the time frame that businesses need to become profitable. For the first year, you're just trying to figure out what the hell you're doing. Like, what are you selling? Who are you selling it to? And it's a lot going on in that first year. You don't want to stress yourself out thinking that you have to make $1 million in your first year. That doesn't happen for most people. But when it comes to like starting, you can start now. Everybody can start now, and it's up to you how fast you can grow it. I was able to quit my job because I saw the potential of my business growing, because I had been grinding for 2 years. If you are working your business part-time, sometimes whenever you feel like it, off and on for 3 years, then it's going to be a little different. If you are consistent for 2 to 3 years, your business will take off, and you will have incredible success that you can build on over the years after that. So wonderful questions, everybody. I am actually going to sign off now and get back to my boo. We are just sitting out here enjoying the ocean here. I just want to show you where we are. We are in Maui in the town of Lahaina at the beach park. Just wanted to sit down and share with you part of my dream life, because I never thought, and honestly I did not think, that I would ever be able to come back to Hawaii and live here and be able to visit some of the beautiful islands that they have here. But I have to tell you that I believed in myself. The more that I took action, the more that I rejected what everyone else thinks is possible or realistic. Especially as a black woman, there are things that people always tell us that you can't do, or that it's going to be so hard for you to do it. you have to really tune all those voices out and let people do what they're going to do. Let them live in fear. Let them live in lack and uncertainty and inaction. But you do what you know you are here on earth to do. I love all of you. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you soon. I am so excited to see what you manifest. Hopefully you'll use my strategy of creating your ideal life narrative, and whatever you do, remember that you can do whatever you want with your life and no one can stop you but you. I'll see you over at happyblackwoman.com if you want more tools and resources from me. Bye, everybody.